So I already have my point to site connectivity. So I can connect to, I already have connected. So this is, I'm just going to disconnect. So this is the Azure SQL Managed Instance, which is running on my Azure portal. And this is a on-prem database. So what I'm going to do, I'll take a, I'll set up a database backup for Azure Managed Instance on Azure Storage, blob storage. So I will be setting up everything from the scratch. So what I need to do before, so there are the few steps which I have. So without wasting time, let's move on. So what I will do, I will go to the Azure portal. Though I'm not interested setting up all these through Azure portal because I like to do this through some automation, maybe some Terraform or PowerShell. So, but this time I will be setting up through Azure portal. So you can see it. So what I will do. So okay. So I'll take a pause here. Let's first see the database backup. What we have, so this is my SQL managed instance, and I have two database, him testdb and SQL testdb. So if I go to the backup section, so I could see like this is a backup which is available, and this is something which is happening automatically, right? And when I go there to the restore point, so it doesn't allow. Yeah, so it doesn't tell me like how many database backups that we have. So what I can do, I can go to the SQL Studio Manager and connect to the Azure Managed Instance, and this is the backup script which I already have, and if I would run it, so I could see, yeah, so these are the number of backups we have specific to these databases. So these are the database type. Setting up a Azure storage account, and storage managed instance. So it doesn't allow me to do this. So I'll take the standard one, dependency local, storage, resource share is him resource advanced. I'll go by default network. Well, storage account has created successfully, so I will create a container. Now I have storage account. So there are two ways to connect this storage account through on-prem. Either I create a shared access signature here, and then I'll go back to my SQL portal and create those credentials manually, or we can directly do it through some portal. And yeah, and there you will see like why do we need a user managed identity rather than a system managed identity. So you will see it here. So I go there, go to the task, and use the backup, take the backup. I'm going to take a full backup of SQL testdb to Azure Blob Storage, and this is my Azure SQL Managed Instance. So yeah, everything is fine. I'll take the full backup, so database backup. So what I will do here, I will, so there, yeah, so there what I will do, I will generate a shared access signature for the storage, blob storage, which I created recently. So what I will do, I'll go to the new container. Yeah, so it will ask me to connect it. So I'll connect it. And this is the one time. So now this is how I'm just generating that shared access signature through this portal. I'll take a pause. Yeah, so there I can go and check my HIM storage managed instance which I created recently, and that's the blob container SQL instance DB. So what I will do, I will create a credentials here. As soon as I will click this, so it will generate shared access signature, right? Once I will have my shared access signature key, so I'll go there and I'll generate a script, right? And I'll cancel it because I will do it through tsql. Yeah, so you can see now running select star from sys.credentials, so you can see that my managed instance has now credentials which has shared access signature to that specific container. So and I will be doing the same for my managed instance as well as with my on-prem database SQL Server as well. So now let's try to take a backup. So where is the, yeah, all right. So what I need a path which I will choose this. So this is the backup script. So what this script will do is it will just take a full backup of this him test DB. So maybe yeah. So maybe SQL test DB. Let's try with the SQL test DB here first, and then we'll do with the another one. This is the him test DB, and the path name which I will paste here, and yeah. So this would be the backup two and SQL test DB full backup. So what will happen when I will run this? Yeah, so there you will see. So there, so what it says, so it says, the backup operations for the database with the service managed TDE is not supported in SQL database managed instances. So what we will do, I will be setting up a SQL managed database, or I will be changing the SQL database, database managed instance TD from service managed to customer managed, this data encryption. But when I will, but on the other hand, this on-prem based SQL managed instance, when we try to take a backup, so it allow us to take a backup to the Azure storage without having any issue. So I'll try the on-prem SQL instance. So if I go and check credentials, no, I don't have any credentials. So what I will be doing, I will first set up a credentials for my storage, blob storage, and along with this shared access signature. So what I will do, I have this script, so I will just putting the shared key here, and I will run it, and I will execute it. I just set up the credentials. So now here are the credentials, shared access signature. I will try to take a backup. Now this is happening on Azure Blob Storage. Yeah, it is now successful. Yeah, so there you can see a backup, the database which is running on-prem. I can take a backup to the Azure Blob Storage without having any problem. But identity first. So what I will be doing, I will be setting up a user managed identity first, and will give access to storage account as well as managed instance. So I don't have any managed identity here. So what I will do, I'll go and create a managed identity. SQL Server Managed Identity, User Managed Identity. I'll go to default and create. So managed identity is ready now. I'll go to the resource. Yeah, so managed identity is ready now. So what I will do, I'll go to the managed instance. I'll give access to this managed identity first. So yeah, so what I will do, I'll just give the instance coordinator role to managed identity. So it is done now. So you can see this one is non-user managed, assigned managed identity have access to this Azure SQL Managed Instance. So similarly, I will be doing the same for storage account. Backup contributor, managed identity. So there you can see this user managed identity have access to storage account as well. Well, earlier the error says something specific to user managed and server managed identity. And when we have now user managed identity in place, so now backup fails with the error like server managed TDE. So now what I will do, I will be setting up service managed TDE. So I go to the SQL Managed Instance, I go to the TDE. So now it is a service managed key. So I'll change this to a customer managed key. And right now I don't have any key in place. So if I go to the key vault, so yeah, I don't have any key in place. So I can create a key directly from this portal, or I can create a key first through the key vault and then assign it to the managed instance. So what I will do this time, so I will create a key vault through managed instance portal. So I'll create a key vault. So yeah, so I'll say the SQL Server key vault. Oh, it says already exists. Maybe. So I say the SQL Server key vault 3, same region and price standard. Retention is 90, purge protection. Yeah, so this is something which is recommended and which is mandatory. If we will not enable this purge protection, if we don't do this and if we set up backup, so it will fail. So we need to enable this purge protection as well as soft delete, so which is enabled by default. So and this the next thing is which we need to permission model. So but it has two types of permission model: role based and vault access policy. So we will be setting up a vault access policy. So yeah, so as soon as I clicked on this radio button, so it allows me to create one more policy. So this is a default policy, so which is anyway coming. So yeah, so and this time what I will do, importantly, it needs to wrap key, verify key, and verify key kind of permissions, but this time I'm giving all. And the principal which I need to select, so I need to search the user managed one, the one which I created. So this is a user managed identity. So nothing, that thing, and create. Well, now we have a key vault in place. So if I go there, so yeah, so we have now key vault in place. So access, this is the role access, but since we have this policy based access, so this is what we needed. Uh, Currently we don't have any key, so if I go back to the portal, so I go and create a new key. So I just simply say a SQL Server DB key. I give the key name, and rest of the thing I'll do as is. I'll keep it as is. So enable immutable. Yeah, I don't do any changes here. And now it is now created, and this is the version. So this is something a key or security manager take care. So, but it is good to know. So right, so now we have everything in place. So we have now what we are saying. So make this key and key the default TDE protector. So there's no, we are not going to do any auto rotate key check. So whatever we have. So now this process will take a little time. Let's see. Yeah, so TD is now enabled and it is now a customer managed key. We have now key in place, and now let's try to take a backup. So test db222, so everything we have in place, so script we have in place. So now I will go and run it, and yeah, it is now run successfully. So if I go and check my storage account, so I use the same container for both on-prem as well as SQL managed instance. So yeah, I can see I have the backup for both managed instance as well as on-prem SQL server instance. And if I go and check the backup metadata, so I could see yeah, so there it is. So this is the backup which I just took recently, and it happened it is now on Azure Blob Storage. So since I have two database, one is for SQL DB and one is for him test DB. So let's go and check for other database, because this way we will see the shared. Yeah, it didn't take so much time. So right, so we have now a backup on Azure Blob Storage for him test DB as well as SQL test DB, and I'll go and refresh it. So yeah, and thank you very much. So in the next video session, I will be talking about how to restore these databases or SQL managed instance databases. And thank you very much.